Right guys, quickly check in. We've just arrived at Mountain View, waiting for the connection through to Levi Stadium. That'll be via the VTA light rail, which is just over my left shoulder there. That's not actually our train that we're getting on, it'll be on the other track. We make the connection in 14 minutes and then we back off down to Levi's for quite a special stadium tour this time. So we're quite looking forward to it. It's something that we didn't think we were going to get, or didn't anticipate getting. It was just completely a sheer luck. So we're looking forward to that, and hopefully we'll have some decent photos and video to go with that. As you can see, we've just arrived back at Levi Stadium. We were a little bit earlier than expected. We're not due until 11 o'clock to meet our host. So what we're going to do is we're going to pop on to the Bourbon and Steak pub. Hopefully it's open, because none of us have had breakfast yet. Grab a bite to eat in there, and then in an hour's time go and meet our host outside the museum, who's going to take us on a stadium tour again. But this one's going to be a bit special. So we're looking forward to this. Right, so Ben's just spotted the cheerleaders in the store. So I think we're going to quickly pop over there because Earl's there, say hello to the Earl of Levi's, and then pop round to the Bourbon and Steak pub, and like I said, hopefully have breakfast.
Good morning. Welcome to the 49th
Good morning.
Black Friday sale.
Hi.
Yeah, something unheard of from Black Friday sales. We have a little gift for you today.
Fantastic.
There you go.
As you're already aware, we have 30% off. Okay.
Cheers, Earl.
There you go, thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah. You've been busy today?
So far.
Yeah. That's what you want.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Especially on Black Friday.
Hi Earl, how are you?
Great.
Oh,
Okay.
thank you very much.
You know what's amazing about two of these gentlemen? They remember me from 2 years ago.
Pretty awesome.
Good memory.
Yeah. There you go.
That is because he graciously gave us a whole chunk of programs from previous games.
Oh, no. Oh, that's nice of you.
Took up all of our weight allowance on the flight home. But we took every one of them
You
off.
had to take them, huh?
Yeah. And we've had a bad back ever since. Can I get a photo?
Yeah, absolutely.
just been into the shop, bought some more merchandise. They've got the 30% off sale today. I was going to wait until after we've had our tour, so I didn't have to carry it all around, but the shorts that I had in there, the running shorts, they didn't have many large in, so I wanted to get those straight away. Plus had the opportunity to get my photo taken with the cheerleaders, which I've already posted to the group page, so you've already seen that. Might give you some sort of context about when this was recorded as well. So we now just stood outside the museum waiting for our host to turn up, who has invited us for a private tour again, so looking forward to that. There's the thing, just been reminded about one of the movies that me and Dave watched on the way over on the flight. Bit cheesy, but we watched Baywatch, and Vernon Davis turned up at the very start for a 5-second cameo, so you might want to keep your eyes open for that if anybody watches Baywatch. Are they actually built to scale? Did the players?
They are. Although we may have cheated a little bit here and there. For sure, we cheated just a little bit on the height of Dwight's cat.
Yeah, yeah.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
They went up about a ½ inch, something like that. So, yeah.
Oh, what was that thing? What do you call them?
White men can't jump?
That's the one, yeah. It's like, wow, look at that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that wasn't Dwight, he could jump. Tom Rathman was just added this year.
Oh, great, yeah.
So Tom
Yeah.
was added in September. So Tom obviously played for us and then coached a number of years for us also. And Charles Haley is, he went in before Tom. Charles is actually here somewhere today.
Really?
Yeah, he's somewhere around.
So keep your eyeballs peeled for boys and
You
girls.
never know, you may see him. You're
So,
hearing before you see him.
It's not that long since we were over at NFL Live at London, and John Randall, he was taking a load of questions, and one of the questions was about T.O. actually, and whether or not T.O. will get into the Hall of Fame, and he turned around and said, well, T.O. needs to grow up a bit.
John Randall said that?
Yeah, John Randall. He says what you find with the Hall of Fame is a lot of the guys are very, very humble, whereas T.O.'s... Yeah. Right. Now the question I wanted to ask John Randall was about Charles Haley. And obviously, during his career, he was seen as a disruptive influence. But of course, he was diagnosed as bipolar in 2012, which explained all of that. And he waited for years and years and years to get into the Hall of Fame. And the question I was going to ask is, do you think if he'd been diagnosed as bipolar while he was actually playing, he'd have been a first ballot Hall of Fame player?
I don't know.
I mean, a 5-time Super Bowl champion. He was an absolute sack machine. No, it's a tough one.
I know he's rightfully and deservedly so.
Yeah.
Being inducted. So that's I think that's all that he cares about. But I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know. You guys want to take a picture around? I can get a shot of you guys, the group around Joe and Bill.
Yeah.
So Jerry Rice represents all of Jerry Rice's touchdowns. So it's 206 balls, 187 in the regular season, and 19 in the playoffs.
they're on the right hand side usually, but they're not there at the minute.
In the front.
They moved them there.
No, I'm saying you mean they were in the front?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that exhibit kind of changes periodically.
Right.
So yeah, and I don't know that they put them in the main museum yet, but yeah.
And out of your 4 Super Bowls, which one is the most memorable?
So yeah, I mean the first one is kind of always sentimental because it's the first one, but the second one was actually, you know, we went 18-1 that year, so that was a pretty big year.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
What I find quite a few things interesting about cheerleaders' uniforms, but what I find interesting about these ones in particular, some of the older ones, when you look at how much material they've got on. Yeah. Obviously, this is San Francisco.
Yeah.
During the winter months, it may get a little bit cooler, but it's still warm. It's still warm.
Well, they have changed.
Yeah.
I think the intentions are the same as years ago.
Yeah.
But they have changed a little bit. So on a daily basis, we bring kid tours through, and they spend an hour touring the stadium. They spend an hour in the museum, and then they spend an hour in the classroom. So STEM curriculum.
Oh.
So they'll spend an hour here, and like I said, it's a STEM curriculum around kind of sports, kind of. So teachers at the front, and then all the kids, I think it's 6 to a table, and they use the touch screens along with the teacher up front to kind of get the. And this is our own program that was created around STEM. And
Obviously, the 49ers now have the SAP training facility where the players spend all the days during the week training. Going through any video work, coaches film, that sort of stuff. Is it only every game day they actually come into the stadium? Or is the facilities in the stadium now as part of the training?
I mean, that can be, I mean, our training facility and stadium are side by side, so everything happens here. So the locker room, the everyday locker room is the stadium locker room.
Right.
Yeah, so they're here every day. But yeah, when Candlestick was our stadium and we practiced here, yeah, we went there once a week.
Yeah.
So, yeah, interactives and be the broadcast.
This is what it's all about.
Yeah. And then, so when the audio and video is running, each Super Bowl is lit up when that kind of highlights they've been playing for that year.
I'm excited about the San Francisco 49ers, one of the legendary franchises in all of football. With great excitement and enthusiasm, I can feel the enthusiasm coursing through my veins right now.
We out to get everything we deserve. I've been a 49er fan since Steve the Bird. I remember when the Niners got a first ring. 4 field goals by Ray Wershing. Frisco, baby, we passionate. They said we couldn't get this far with Alex Smith. All non-believers, stop with the nonsense. Originators of the West Coast offense.
The Niners, yeah, we the greatest. Ask Justice Smith, Boyd, or Vernon Davis. Alex Smith, yeah, he the boss. Frank Gore out the backfield, give him the toss. Patrick Willis, he going for the steal. David Akers kicking the ball all over the field. Candlestick, baby, that's what my fan be. Ask Josh Morgan, baby, or Mr. Crabtree. We the San Francisco 49ers. We the San Francisco 49ers. We the San Francisco 49ers.
I'm a true Niner, tailgates and all. Man, it was a good look, we got hardball. If I ever at the game, man, doing my thing. So many jerseys, they don't know my name. They're like, what's up, Gore? There go Davis. This week I'm Crabtree, next week I'm Willis. The 49er faithful through the good and the bad. Man, there's so much honor in the SF patch.
I remember breaking bottles after Super Bowl wins, running wild through the streets. Must have been around 10, 2012. My home base, the stick. I lived through the dynasties. I felt all the sticks. A new generation with the SF heart, like gore busting through, ripping them all apart. I call it first and goal. We headed to the end zone, smashed up the gut on our way to the Super Bowl.
The dynasty, a legacy. A nine is what I'm born to be. Not satisfied with 5 rings, so we stay hungry. Hard bar got us working on 6. Adrenaline pumping, heading down a candlestick. My passion runs deep, cause we got game. When you done playing us, remember the name. We the illest, Patrick Willis and August Smith. Getting it done with ball control and solid defense.
We love the San Francisco 49ers deep in the heart. Like Joe Montana in the corner, D. Clark. Garrison Hurst, stiff farm going 99. Don't get it twisted, one and all with prime time. John Taylor, Jerry Rice down the sideline. NDB, greatest owner of all time. Gruden, Walgren, Bill Belichick were all students of Bill Walsh. Don't ever forget.
Oh, they're taking the scoreboard to run through a test.
I think the scoreboard's like 10,000 square feet. Pretty big.
Yeah, that's just a small portion of it that's turned on.
Yeah. The quality of those scoreboards now, though.
Yeah, pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, so when were you here last?
2015 for the Cardinals game when we were robbed by the officials. The year before was the Rams game when we were robbed by the officials. You can see a theme here.
So you can see where the names were added.
Yeah.
See it better another time. Yeah.
So the first time I was here, I was in section, I think 203. So just, oh, it's that one there. Yeah. And I was lucky enough to have the second off front row, and there was nobody sat in front of us. So I had a completely unobstructed view.
Right.
And I kind of found out how hot Santa Clara can get.
Yeah,
the first half, dear me.
Yeah, we've had fans, you know,
getting poorly with heat stroke. Yeah.
This must be so different from Candlestick.
It is. It's hugely different from Candlestick.
Do you remember the concourse?
It was really narrow.
Really narrow.
Yeah. If anybody was queuing for food or drink, you just couldn't get past them. The toilets, you used to queue for absolutely ever.
So yeah, so a lot of this was kind of got added since you guys were here up top. That's some of the historical side. To some of the fans were blessed that they see more.
Yeah.
You know, of the history inside the building.
Sorry, man.
Where you guys sitting at?
311, and the only reason I know it off by heart is because somebody asked us yesterday, and there's some Californian guys want to meet up with us in a place called the Tap Room at half time.
Which is there?
Oh yeah, well spotted, Dave. The Tap Room. So that's where a couple of the guys from the group have said they would like to meet up at half time.
That's right next to where we are.
We up another level, so we'll have to come down some stairs or an escalator to get to this level.
Yeah, this got added.
So when we come in on Sunday, see, when we come on Sunday, we'll come up these escalators here, and then there's another set of escalators just around the corner, which takes us up to the next level where we sit. Yeah. Ah, so they've done a similar thing here to what they do at AT&T Park. They've got a slide for the kids made out of the ball, whereas at AT&T Park it's a baseball club.
How you want to do it?
Yeah, just
we're gonna do our own. Oh yeah, you guys know that.
But tell it, if you want that, I can say, yeah. Whoa. Lee, you're going to have to put the flash on there because.
I'm going to, yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah, because it's all silhouetting because the light's behind you.
Yeah.
Did it flash? It did flash, yeah.
if you're not much worried, it feels it
You're probably lighting it up, yeah. He's a Photoshop expert. Yeah. Because you hope to see the camera, that's why you're Photoshop expert. Yeah. Boom, awesome technology.
Is it? Oh, okay.
Hi guys, as you've probably guessed now, our host is Keena Turner, and Keena has a couple of words for the Booster Club.
Hey, listen, to our Booster Club over in the UK, we love you guys. Thanks for hanging in there with us. We really appreciate your support. Go Niners.
Thank you. Hi guys, we're back in Mountain View after a quite overwhelming day at Levi's. So the story behind the Keena Turner personal invite to come for a private tour, when we turned up on Tuesday and we had the issues which I've already blogged about, we obviously met him in the bar, in the Bourbon and Steak bar afterwards, and we explained what had happened, and he turned around and he says, you know what guys, if you're available Friday, come back and I'll give you a private tour. So obviously we weren't passing up that opportunity, so we came back, give us a private tour. We saw areas that I've never seen before on either the stadium tour or the museum tour. He took us into some what would normally be restricted areas. We almost got into the home locker room, but the players were in there getting changed, so we missed out on that. But he did take us over to the SAP training facility, showed us his office where himself, Guy McIntyre and Paris Harrelson sit and work. They're all part of the player engagement group. And then he was kind enough to actually give us a hat, a t-shirt and the game day program as well. So he was such a generous guy, his stories were excellent, and I'm sure it's a day that none of us are ever going to forget. The guy was absolutely excellent. Couldn't have wished for a better time in San Francisco, and it's definitely the highlight of the holiday. Now we've got a half an hour wait before we get back to San Francisco. We're all quite hungry. It's currently 2:05 in the afternoon. We've been up since 6:30 and none of us have eaten yet, because it's running Saturday service on the Caltrain and the VTR Light, so we had to make our way here as soon as possible to get here in time for Keena, because he was due to finish his working day at 12 midday, so we had to get here as early as possible. So again, yeah, we're going to get down there, get ourselves something to eat and drink, and reflect on what's been an absolutely fantastic day. Thanks for watching, guys.